शब्द बिना सारा जग अंधा, काटे कौन मोह का फंदा। शब्द बिना सारा जग अंधा, काटे कौन मोह का फंदा। शब्द बिना बिरथा सब तंदा, शब्द बिना बिरथा सब तंदा। शब्द बिना जीव बंधन बंधा, शब्द बिना जीव बंधन बंधा।
Welcome seekers to today's spiritual Satsang, titled The Truth About the Mind, subtitle The Concept of Free Will or Choices and Our Human Predicament. I have with me ISTAasia's main speaker, who is an advanced disciple of a perfect living master. So, main speaker, let's begin the Satsang with your words of introduction.
My most humble greeting to you all. Welcome, brothers and sisters. I hope you are all keeping well and are able to take this valuable time and opportunity of social restriction to elevate yourself, to seek the truth, to seek the higher truth, to seek the real wisdom, make true spiritual progress for complete salvation, and to contemplate about the deeper aspects of human life. The subject of today's talk, titled The Truth About the Mind, the Concept of Free Will, Choices, and Our Human Predicament. Now, for those unfamiliar with the concept of a spiritual discourse, let me explain that this brief talk will be given in the form of a satsang, which simply means associating with the truth. And this is the eighth in the series of our monthly talk or satsang, designed to elevate the listener toward the higher spiritual truth. Now, this elementary discourse is primarily intended for those who are new to the path of high spirituality, but may also be helpful to those spiritual followers who need further reminding. Before I begin this talk, however, I would first like to say a few words of introduction to you. Everything I shall share with you today is a gift of wisdom direct from the Lord itself. For the sincere seeker of high spiritual truth, as for myself, I am a humble messenger, a sincere disciple on the path of the Holy Truth, who has been asked to share this Holy Truth with you. And although I shall speak with the authority of one who has been instructed to do so by the Supreme Lord, please do not attempt to place or glorify this humble messenger in any way. For you too are all divine beings undergoing a human experience in this lifetime, though you may not yet be aware of this. Therefore, what is given to me freely and effortlessly by the highest authority, I give to you the same. In return, I only ask that you open your heart and mind to the holy message that the Supreme Lord has to offer you. Following the brief satsang, there will be a normal question and answer session, which the main speaker, who has been an initiate from Perfect Living Master, an advanced spiritual practitioner for over 17 years, shall answer. First, she is able to answer any question one may have about true spirituality, which during this time of lockdown comprises a list of questions to answer from our many listeners and members. Thank you. So now, let's begin the satsang. So, I will tell you again about the title of the satsang is The Truth About the Mind, the Concept of Free Will, Choices, and Our Human Predicament. Our mind, according to spiritual scientists, they categorize consciousness of the mind into 4 stages. First one is the conscious mind. Conscious mind contains all of thoughts, memory, feelings, and wishes of which we are aware at any given moment. The second is the subconscious mind. Consists of anything that could be potentially be brought into the conscious mind from time to time. Third is the unconscious mind. It's a reservoir of feeling, thought, urges, and memory that are outside of our conscious awareness, just like when we are at a state of deep sleep. The fourth one is the superconsciousness mind. The superconscious mind or verified mind is existing or functioning above the level of conscious, rational, or logical. The superconscious mind encompasses a level of awareness that sees beyond material reality and taps into energy and consciousness behind that reality. The superconscious is where true creativity is found. The superconscious is where the idea for truly great work of art, music, poetry, great scientific discovery, and deep spiritual experience are found. As I already introduced you to different levels of the mind, now I will move on to the subject of free will. Humans in different societies has been indoctrinated into different beliefs and never questioned the circumstance of their beliefs. Human beings who are unenlightened are conditioned by society they live in. In many cases, they are taught not to question their beliefs and culture, so that they feel so numb in the control of their current beliefs and culture at the point that they are not allowed themselves to explore anything else outside their beliefs and give up to strive to be better or to be more noble human beings if it is not what they have been taught. They have been taught and controlled by fear of social punishment. In any society, it takes a great courageous man or woman to question the truth of the society they live in or culture believe they are born in or made follow blindly. To what extent do we have true free will? What about our choices in life? Is that not an expression of free will? The Supreme Lord is the creator of this grand creation from the fifth realm downward. The Lord had created man in his own image to represent the nobility of God on earth. In the physical level, all things created from physical elements. Plants create from one element. Insects create from two elements. Fishes, birds, and reptiles create from three elements. Mammals, such as dogs, pigs, cows, or elephants, made from four elements. Only humans, which is considered as a crown of creation, created from five elements. From earth element, water element, wind element, fire element, and the fifth element is a gift of free will from the Lord. What's interesting about this free will is that even it is the same power of free will, just like the Lord has, but humans use this gift of free will in this physical level. It is conditioned free will, or free will with limited choices. Because whatever we have here in physical realm, it is limitation of the real thing in the kingdom of God. My beloved master, Sant Ishwarpuriji, told a story when he was studying in Harvard University in America. His friend was examining this question of free will. Do we have free will or not? One day, his friend called Ishwarpuriji on phone, saying that he come up with theological model that said, God knows everything, therefore we can't possibly have free will. If we have real free will and can take decisions that even God doesn't know, then man is higher than God, and that's not definition of God known by any religion. So, in conclusion, we have no free will. Everything is God's will. Then Ishwarji said, is that so? Can you come over to my place and discuss this further with me at my place? Then the friend come over. Ishwarji took a tray and put 3 cups in it. Filled one with tea, coffee, and left the 3rd cup empty. Then Ishwarji said, my friend, would you like tea, coffee, or nothing? And don't use free will because you previously said that you don't have any. His friend was stunned and felt numb, then said that his great discovery was gone just by cups of tea and coffee. Then Ishwarji went on and said, my friend, you are bound by free will. Whether you like it or not, you have free will. You have to use this free will to make decisions. Even you said you don't want anything, it is also a free will. How can you say that there's no free will? Now, let me tell you, in scientific way, there is a factor of choices built into your mind based on what you are, like so far based on your genetic DNA. If your father, grandfather like coffee, they then you will take coffee. But it can also be your environment, that you live among many coffee drinkers. Therefore, they influence you. Based on this, you cannot take other decision but coffee. Although, while you are making decision, you think you are using your own free will. Metaphysically, feeling of free will in human form is just an experience of free will. Human free will based on ignorance. Suppose if you know what's gonna happen tomorrow, you don't have free will because you will know what to do. So, if the free will as humans have is not real free will, then why this free will so special? And what is the purpose of this free will? Well, our Holy Master, saints and prophets told us that humans had granted this free will for ability to seek for the truth, to become the truth seeker of ultimate truth beyond this lower karmic realm. This free will is unique quality of human beings compared to other beings that populate this lower realm, including demons, angels, gods, goddesses, devas, devis, and even the head of the heavens, such as Lord Indra, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, cannot have this free will. The reason because all astral beings, causal beings, has knowledge of the past, present, and future, so they have to obey and live according to their script. But human beings are ignorant of their past and future script. So, humans can practice their own free will, have freedom to make choices as good or bad experiences, in order to search for something better, something higher, and ultimately lead them back to God the Almighty. Let me tell you another important thing, that only humans can make spiritual merit or boon here on earth. The spiritual merit is in this karmic realm used as a form of currency to determine one's status, privilege, or spiritual wealth. Unlike money, the spiritual merit or boon follow each being from life after life. This is the divine grace that each one has earned alongside commuting their own good or bad karma. Karma is different from spiritual merit. Karma is a system of cause and effect that results in very exacting consequences of one's deeds, termed karmic retribution. However, spiritual merit or boon operate under a different system, a higher system, because this is always connected to some form of spiritual practice or through spiritual inquiry, and not with day-to-day karmic living. So the manifestation of this spiritual merit or boon here on earth is termed grace, holy blessing, or divine intervention by various holy masters, religious or cultures. This is why all holy masters, past and present, always emphasize on spiritual practice and spiritual inquiry as very important factor in human life. If one wishes to live karmic existence and discover the holy truth for themselves, the spiritual merit or boon is the only bargaining tool when one enters karmic justice court after death and has been designed on one's fate, or even a good tool of bargaining while enduring karmic life here on earth. The spiritual merit only part earned through sincere spiritual practice, sincere spiritual thought, or sincere seeking of higher truth salvation. Spiritual merit cannot be used to offset negative karma, but the spiritual merit can be good used as leading one to the true spiritual teacher, living saint, or holy master of today, who recognize these accumulated past spiritual merits or boon and give them help. Those humans who use their own free will wisely to seek spiritual merit that is not earned through calculation efforts of good and bad thoughts and actions, but through natural inclination, will be rewarded of spiritual merit and prestige by giving God grace, blessing, and spiritual awakening to representative of God, the Holy Perfect Master. So I may end the satsang for today. May Master bless you all.
Thank you, main speaker, for the enlightening satsang. We will now go through the questions put forward by the seekers.